Hey there guys, it is Josh Siwasepl and welcome back to Vampyr Blind. Last time we did some stuff, this time we're getting more stuff. Real quick, go subscribe. Hey, wait, don't run, I need to talk to you and cure your fatigue, I think is what you had.
Good evening, Doctor. Can I help you?
Do you need assistance?
That would be nice of you, Doctor. Who knows what I may have caught during my investigation.
Yeah, it was fatigue. I got medicine.
If you persist in investigating the most pox-ridden boroughs of London, you must accept the risks.
Thank you, sir.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
Can also go talk to this,
Give me a glass and I'll be gentle. Pay me a bottle.
Tobias Whitaker, and let him know that he sent a man to his death.
Good evening, Mr. Whitaker.
It's Father Whitaker, my son. So, are you still lost in your rational delusions?
I have found Samuel, your disciple. I am afraid I have bad news.
I already expected the worst. He should already have come back. He is dead, isn't he?
Yes, he is now. The epidemic took him.
Samuel steadily made donations to our cause. He would have rewarded you himself if you'd found me in that awful cemetery. Please accept this money.
I'll gladly take
I
your
have
money.
had enough for tonight. Goodbye.
Got them cured. I think the other guy in this district, can I even see it? Oh. Oh, do I have a treatment for bronchitis? I do! I have a treatment for bronchitis. See if I can't find Petrescu.
The wars of men should not be your main concern.
And then I'm also gonna have to go back and talk to Camilla. Recovering. I love to see it. There you are.
Hello again, miss. Camellia, I know you work for Dorothy Crane. Please tell me about her secret dispensary. A stubborn and mute comrade. Nurse Crane and Darius Petrescu have been clever.
But why are you mute?
Very well. Goodbye then.
Also, can you give me some water for my flowers? Or am I able to just go and get that? Because I seem to be struggling. Well, where the hell is he? Oh, right. Forgot about this. He should be around here then. Aha!
Good evening, Mr. Petrescu.
Surely you have someone else to bother, Mr. Doctor.
Nope,
How
just
do
you for right
feel,
now.
Mr. Petrescu? Do you need my help?
I would not even accept fresh water from you, Doctor. I don't need your help.
I don't care, you're
Yes,
getting
you
help.
do. Please, take this. You'll feel better.
I said I don't want anything. But I'll keep this for those who really need it.
Goodbye, Mr. Petrescu.
Ha! Recovering. Got you to take medicine. Alright, now how the hell do I get back? Ooh! Okay, shit. Oh no, it's another holy man. Ah! You and your fucking holy light. Ooh! Kill him! Ah, shit. Hit him! Swing! Oh, skulls. Honestly, think I prefer them to the holy men. Ah, shit balls. Alright, let's see if I can't sneak up to him. Damn it! I just pressed the button a little bit too hard. Why are there so many holy men around now?
Best turn around if I were you.
I'm heading out. Don't worry.
Remorse and pain are precious when binding you to the earth.
Oh good, it's the voices in my head.
I remember you.
Thought the place is on fire. Oh, you look sick.
Fear be gone. I would harm no child of my making.
This is your doing. You made me this creature. What are you?
I am the land. You are our champion.
You selected me, chose me.
As shall my children yet to come.
What is it you seek?
This age is sickly. An ancient poison, an older rage, brewed in a cauldron newly forged.
This has something to do with the epidemic.
Seek truth, my champion. Defeat the serpent of knowing with iron spur.
Just tell me directly.
I've had enough of others making decisions for me, pretending to know how I should feel or behave. So the vampire who made me is some sort of disembodied entity.
Is that the
Or
conclusion
was
we're
he just
drawing here?
projecting this vision
Yeah,
in
that's
my
what I
mind?
thought. He was just projecting his vision.
Maybe Edgar can help me with this one.
God protect us. You've got a leech in the hospital.
Yes, my hospital. My mission is to heal while you go about warring.
You've set the table for a snake. I wonder why there's venom in your food.
I'm growing tired of your song. You're a woodsman, McCallum, not a doctor. Return to your hunt.
Remember, I've a good nose for machinations. I can flare the scent at a mile. You can't hide from the god.
I've done nothing wrong other than kill people and drink the blood.
Leave him, Jonathan. This is sacred ground. Neutral territory. And And I just had the carpet cleaned. By the sacred stole, this is very bad news. Bad news indeed.
So now they know I'm
What
here.
happened?
The hospital has been attacked.
What?
We have injured patients, at least one dead and several missing.
Who died?
This has spiraled out of control. Even the most infirm are asking to be allowed to return home.
We cannot have the people lose faith in this institution. This hospital is their only hope.
Of course, you're right. But we cannot afford a public scandal. It would ruin us. We must restore order, and quickly.
You mentioned a dead patient. Who is he?
She, Jonathan. She was
Oh.
Miss Harriet Jones. I found her room like a slaughterhouse. Blood everywhere. The duty nurse is taking care of the mess.
Very well. I'll help you.
I know this place means something to you. I have noticed how you suppress your appetite when around the staff and patients.
You need to know you can trust me, Edgar.
I do, dear fellow, I do.
Please then, tell me.
Sean Hampton, the man we thought we'd saved at the docks. It seems he was infected after all.
So Hampton became more beast than man.
Exactly. And now Guard of Prewen suspects the hospital of vampire activity.
I mean, they were already suspecting it because of
Do
that
you
one girl.
realize what that could mean for us?
Do you really believe they would come for us here? In such a public venue?
McCullum is a fanatic. The Guard will stop at nothing. You don't know what they're capable of, Jonathan.
Very well. Since I brought Mr. Hampton here, I will put an end to this.
Ooh, we gotta put him down?
Sean Hampton lives and breathes for the well-being of his flock. There's no other place he would go but the docks.
Holy shit.
Good evening, Mr. Elwood.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
Can you tell me anything about recent events at the hospital?
Before the shouts and the noises, I think I heard whispers coming from the stairs. 2 voices, maybe more.
Did you recognize the voices? What did they say?
I couldn't hear. Sounded like they were arguing or something.
Goodbye for now.
Alright, it's good to get information.
Damn. The pain. It's here again.
What on earth happened here?
No investigations to be done? What do you think about what happened here?
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
I have made inquiries about the men who were tracking you, Miss Howcroft.
I did not expect a mortal to have this sort of courage. Speak, Doctor. Why are they hunting me down?
Ooh, interesting. So nobody is searching for you. That would go against mentally what she is thinking. But they were searching for her. Because they thought she was a vampire.
It was a misunderstanding. These hunters were in fact looking for a very different creature, but they mistakenly put their sights on you.
I knew it. I have become undone. Those hunters have discovered me, but they don't know what I'm capable of.
If you'll accept some advice from a petty mortal, I think you should assume a low profile and just quietly disappear into the shadows.
You are right. And you have served me well.
That was the wrong choice.
Take this as a reward for your time. Perhaps I will allow you to drink deep of my blood. One day.
Thank you. I'll keep that proposition in mind.
That was not the decision I was trying to make.
Is there anything you can tell me about the recent commotion here?
Many things can happen under cover of night, Dr. Reed.
I thought it was gonna be like,
But I
I
took
took
no
care of
part in
them,
this
you're all
massacre.
fine, blah, blah,
But
blah.
did you see or hear anything?
I can't say I did, but the smell of fresh blood almost made me faint, Doctor.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
I wonder why the Goswicks came here.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
What can you tell me about the recent commotion in the hospital?
Everybody's afraid. Death has always been a frequent visitor. But murder? How can we cope with that?
As a nurse at this hospital, it is your duty to deal with these things as best you can.
Yeah. Until it's my turn to have blood spread all over the walls. I entered the room first, Dr. Reed. I've seen what that monster did to the woman.
Alright, so
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
definitely a monster. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt the
Good
cleaning
evening, Nurse
process, but
Good evening,
just a
Doctor.
quick question.
What can you tell me about the recent events in the hospital?
That Mr. Hampton killed Miss Jones in her room, then ran away.
And did you see all this?
No, I was working by the tents when it all happened. I only entered the room when they asked me to clean up the blood.
Yeah, where is the body?
Where is Miss Jones's body?
I don't know. I'd imagine the morgue. It all happened so quickly.
Did you see Sean Hampton leave the hospital?
I think I saw a silhouette exiting the hospital gates after the shouting started. At first I thought it was someone who was just scared, but well, maybe it was him.
So we're still not entirely sure
Goodbye.
that
nurse.
it was Hampton.
Call me if you need assistance.
When she says the morgue, does she mean the actual morgue or this little area right here?
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you again.
His textures aren't popping in.
Can you tell me anything about recent events in the hospital?
Oh, goodness me. This whole story is such a shame, sir. I have no idea how it happened.
What are you talking about?
Poor Miss Jones. Her body is missing. Someone stole it.
Miss Jones's body has gone missing.
Yes. The body was brought here this morning, and now it's gone.
Who could have stolen a corpse?
That's exactly what I asked myself for the whole day. Who could do such a thing? These are terrible and shameful times, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye, Mr. Chidana.
It never ceases to amaze me how you...
Someone has to know.
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed. Can I be of any help?
Can you tell me anything about the recent commotion in the hospital?
I'm sure it was not your fault, Dr. Reed.
My fault? What do you mean?
Oh, nothing. It's just... I heard it was you who brought the murderer inside our walls. But
Technically,
you
it was
couldn't know,
Swansea.
could you?
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
Just saying.
Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Any news?
No
about my
clue, man. You
operation?
keep asking me. I don't know.
Please, tell me about the recent commotion in the hospital.
I heard Miss Jones call for help from her bedroom. There were some loud noises, like people fighting. All of a sudden, it went quiet. And then a nurse started screaming.
Do you know who the nurse was?
Not sure, but I think it was Nurse Hawkins.
All right, already
Goodbye
talked to
for
her.
now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Ellen. As for me...
I'm quite busy right now, Dr. Reed.
Just a quick
What
question.
Can you tell me about the recent commotion in the hospital?
Nothing like this would have happened if we'd had enough staff and proper shifts.
So you don't think the blame is ours?
We all hold fast here, Dr. Reed. Our methods may differ, but we are all trying to make a difference.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
Good evening, Doctor. How is my son doing?
Oh, quite fine. Anyway, did you hear what was going on out there?
Commotion in the hospital.
It's a disgrace. How on earth can patients be attacked in their own rooms?
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
I will not let you down, my boy.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
What can you tell me about the recent commotion in the hospital?
I had shouting coming from the first floor. I was asleep when it started.
I have to go now,
All right.
sir.
I mean, all of this is
But
kind of
don't
matching up.
hesitate to contact me if
It's not
you need
surprising they don't know that much. They were on the complete opposite wing of the hospital.
You don't mind if I search your pockets, do you, sir? You won't need any of these anyway. I'm not stealing from you, mister. I'm only redistributing your belongings to people who need them more than you. You see, no one has claimed your body, sir, so it would be such a shame to bury you with your valuables. I will not forget you, sir. And I thank you for your generous donation.
Oh, we're gonna have a talk. We're gonna have a grand old talk, you and me.
Oh, Jonathan, I cannot believe my eyes. Poor woman. Butchered by some savage scowl.
Can we share this meal?
Yes, and I'm afraid I'm at least partially responsible. The man, the Scowl, I brought him here.
Jonathan, how could you say such a thing?
Forgive me if I feel despondent, for there seems to be no end to the suffering and death that surrounds us.
I'm always here for you, Jonathan.
I got a couple questions for you.
What do you know of Ascalon? I was threatened by a creature, a vampire in Whitechapel, stating I had to obey the law of conduct.
What more can you tell me about him?
He was big and ugly.
He was bigger than a man, huge in fact. He seemed to radiate violence. I thought he was going to tear me apart. Then he vanished.
Fergal, the executioner of Ascalon. You were fortunate he was not after you, but rather out doing his master's bidding.
What is Ascalon?
The Ascalon Club are the most powerful vampires in Britain and exert tremendous influence. Take my advice and stay well away.
How?
I have experienced a certain difficulty when faced with holy symbols or trying to enter religious buildings. Have you?
Now that's quite a question. I don't know why, but yes, it has happened to me.
That's a good question. Is it God's will?
Is this a sign? The hand of God in action. Are we repellent unto heaven?
I don't have the answers, Jonathan. But I believe superstition and magic is just fact awaiting the lens of science.
Aren't you frightened?
Very little scares me, my dear. To be compelled to avoid symbols of faith does not concern me.
I'm scared to choose this one.
Have you embraced this woman, like the other patient, this Mr. Renfield?
Her name was Amelia. And no, I did not kill her. I vowed a very long time ago that I would never take another life, unless they ask.
Is there sufficient vitality in the blood of the sick and dying patients?
Yes, Jonathan. The hunger gnaws at me every waking hour. Frankly, I'm starving.
Temptation surrounds us. Rich.
I mean, when you put it that way, Jonathan.
How can you resist?
Over the years, any pleasure I once gleaned from feeding is long gone. I drink for sustenance. And though I still thirst for more, I restrain myself.
Thank you, my lady. I hope to see you again soon.
Whew, that's a lot of blood.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
What can you tell me about the recent commotion in the hospital?
Someone killed Miss Jones in her room, and Mr. Hampton's gone missing. Doesn't take a genius to piece it together.
You don't seem shocked by any of this.
Why should I be? Whoever did this must be long gone by now. And besides, he got rid of the old bag.
Kind of mean, but
goodbye, Milton.
I understand.
Good evening, Dr. Tibbets.
Dr. Reed, any good news to share?
Can you tell me anything about the recent commotion in the hospital?
It's a tragedy, pure and simple. The hospital is meant to be a safe haven to all. We failed the people who trusted us with their care.
Do you think I should not have brought Mr. Hampton back here?
It's not your fault. You rescued that poor soul. It was the Christian thing to do. But we should have noticed his instability.
We really should have.
Goodbye, Dr. Tibbets.
Honestly, I feel like Swansea dropped the ball on this one. Where's Clay Cox? There he is.
Hey, Doc.
What can you tell me about the recent commotion in the hospital?
All I know is I ain't letting anyone rip my throat out in my sleep. I found myself a nice blade, Doc. I'm ready.
Whoa.
I'll leave you for now, Mr. Cox.
Should I report that?
Hello again, Mr. Blight. I'm happy to see Mr. Thatcher is safe for now.
I'm eternally grateful, Doctor. We were total strangers and you helped us anyway.
Ah, no problem.
Can't thank you enough, sir.
Oh.
Goodbye, Mr. Blight.
Well,
Take care of yourself.
I will, Oh, so now you want to talk about it. Do you know anything?
Hello again, Mr. Thatcher. Do you feel any better now?
Yes. This neighborhood may stink of dog shit and reek of piss, but to me it smells like the purest mountain air.
You don't have
Goodbye,
anything
Mr.
either.
Thatcher.
Damn.
Try to take care of yourself.
All right, so let's go confront Mr. Pickpocket over here about stealing from corpses. And maybe we'll get some more information.
I'm sure that during... Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you again.
How dare you steal from the dead, Rakesh? Is that what your pawnbrokers is really about?
These people are dead, sir. What they possessed could be useful for the living. And I'm sure they would agree if they could speak.
That's just... it's questionable.
You should show respect for the dead. What about their loved ones who may treasure these items you sell?
The bodies I watch over are the unwanted and undesired, sir. I would never deprive anyone of their family artifacts.
You say that until someone actually shows up.
Goodbye,
they have to know where the body is first. I understand your argument. Doesn't mean I agree. All right, let me go back to my room. And I'm gonna put some vials and medicines together. And then I'm gonna call the episode and we'll head to the docks and see if we can't handle things down there. And I don't really have a lot I can make. I was able to get one. But that was one I didn't have. So, I'm going to go ahead and call it here. Next time, we'll go down to the docks and see if we can't take care of Mr. Hampton, if he actually is the skull we're looking for. I mean, I so far haven't found proof that he isn't. It's just very weird that her body is missing and we can't investigate it at all. That makes me think that maybe, just maybe, she is a skull herself. In which case, we need to nip this in the bud quick. So I'm going to head there right now. Remember to like and subscribe and check out the Discord and the Patreon. Links are in the description, and I will see you guys there.